Hi, everyone. It's Veronica here, and guess what time it is? It is Jewelry Party Wednesday. It is also Earth Day, and I am very excited to be sharing some incredible treasures with you. So sit back and relax and enjoy yourself for the next hour or so. And I'm going to show you some incredible vintage pieces, try to give you a little bit of history and some information if I know anything about them, and of course give you some great styling inspiration as well too. So if you are just joining us, I'm Veronica Stout. I'm the founder of Vintage Meet Modern Jewelry and Styling. I have worked as a personal shopper and stylist for over 20 years, and my passion is helping women just like you look and feel their best. And yes, Rhonda started us off right away with the best words we know how. Did someone say jewelry? Yeah, if that didn't catch your attention, I don't know what will. So please say hello. Let us know how you're doing. Tell me about how the weather was by you. We had a very nice sunny day. A little bit chilly here in Chicago, but it was still a beautiful Earth Day nonetheless. If you have not had a chance to hop on over to Vintage Meet Modern and take a look at our blog, 5 Chic Ways for the Chic Fashionable Girl to celebrate Earth Day, as well as be part of the sustainable fashion movement. It's a good one. I put a lot of heart and soul into it. And as many of you know, this is way more than jewelry over here. We're really here to help you look and feel your best. And we also want to be part of something bigger in the world too. So lots of fun things going on. Also, if you noticed at the very top tonight that's up there in the comments, I said it's Earth Day. And so on today, I have got my Earth Day styling on. I have on a green sweater, and then I've got this lovely green and blue brooch that's vintage Florenza that actually reminds me of the Earth. So that's how I chose my outfit today. But for those of you who also just might be new to us, I also want to let you know we have an incredible giveaway that is going on for the next 7 days. So if you've never heard, hello, Megan. If you've never heard of the company Armoire Style, it is a rental company that specializes in helping women look and feel their best also. And also, this is a really great rental program because they work with real women, they work with professional women, and the things that they have are different than the other places. I saw Michelle Martin, who is one of our group members, and someone else said to us a little earlier today, she said, well, I've dabbled in at least looking in rental websites, but I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'd use them. I don't feel that everything is too much geared towards younger women. What I want you to know is that this rental company is geared for a professional woman. And so they take the guesswork out of being able to provide higher quality pieces for you, as well as some unique, really fashion-forward pieces that are definitely age-appropriate as well, too. They're also very size inclusive. So be sure to sign up for our giveaway. They are giving away a 1-month rental capsule. In the next few days, I'm going to be showing you pieces from my own rental capsule, as well as you're going to be entered to win a $100 gift card to VMM. So it is definitely a win-win. It will get you out of your style rut and help you with your sparkles either way. So I've got lots of friends here tonight. We've got people watching from Tennessee, from Ohio. Alicia's here, and I know she's representing South Dakota. Felicia down South Carolina, right? I see Sabrina, Texas in the house. Lots of women joining us from all over the world, and that is so very exciting. And now let me tell you though, ladies, I really want to get that 2-camera system working. But if you want to know what's an even hotter what is either hotter commodity right now than toilet paper, it's webcams. And the webcam that I have, I've got one good one here, but in order for me to work the other overhead camera, it needs to be supported by something that I don't know. Mr. Vintage Meet Modern told me, and webcams are sold out every place. So I am going to go ahead and it's about to storm here. Well, Lois, we're going to be praying that you all stay safe. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. and talk to you a little bit about our latest jewelry collection. This is a sneak peek, or I should say a screen share of what we're going to be sharing tonight. This week's collection was inspired by 1950s and 1960s glamour. What is special about this particular era is we saw an introduction to different materials, different styles, and this was very much a generation of that mid-century modern era that introduced women to feminine charm, as well as it was return to everything that was post-war. So it was really a celebration of life. We saw all kinds of new and amazing designers, and we saw all kinds of new and amazing materials too. So I'm starting off right away this evening. I hope the lovely Leanne is here helping me out, dropping links for all of you. And we have got so many lovely ladies. So let's go ahead and get the show started and talk to you about these pieces that we have. And also, you can find everything right on the website over at Vintage Meet Modern should something catch your eye. We always have at least one person say, how do I purchase? And it's really easy. Just go to the website, you pick the piece, and you check out. That's for your own security. And of course, we want to be able to give you up-to-the-date information on tracking on things too. So the first step I have this evening is I have a very special piece. I have got this gorgeous piece here from Vintage Florenza. This is a 1950s era piece. And for those of you who know, I am very much a Florenza collector. And what I do like about this particular piece is it's in the dark oxidized finish. So it's a 1950s style piece, but it also sort of reminds me of some famous pieces that we saw in the 50s and the 60s era from Vintage Crown Trifari that were called Plique du Jour, which was sort of a take on stained glass. That's what I say by you seeing these little sort of paisley shaped rhinestone cabochons that have been set on here. These are open backed, so they do sparkle just like the Plique du Jour or the stained glass pieces that I'm referring to. Now, of course, the vintage Florenza pieces from the 50s and 60s were most commonly known for their Victorian revival style. But I guess what I really love about this particular piece, like I said, is that dark metalled finish. It's that dark oxidized antique silver tone. But what I also think that is really great about this piece is one of the things that I love about Florenza most is it usually has the addition of either some form of tiny pearls or teeny tiny little turquoise seed beads. And this one is definitely one of those pieces that has those traditional calling card features of a vintage Florenza. So I know Leanne went ahead and dropped that into the links, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this up on the screen so you can take a closer look at it so that you can go ahead and you can see the addition of those little turquoise and little pearl beads, because it really makes the center of the stone real special. So you see you've got the flat back rhinestones that are going around the center stone, which is an emerald green medallion style. It's a faceted stone. And then it's complemented by some flat back rhinestones. And then it's set with the sort of gold or the silver corded details going around the medallion. And then it has these lovely little paisley shaped cabochons that, like I said, mimic stained glass. So this is a very nice higher quality piece. It's a collectible piece. It is signed. It does have the Florenza hallmark on the back. And it's one of those higher end, nicer pieces that we like to gravitate and pick up towards. And the fact that it's in this darker, more unusual or not as common as the gold setting that they use also makes it a little bit more unusual. And we certainly do have plenty of ladies that gravitate more towards the classic silver side than we do the ladies who actually do the gold. Of course, we love everything here. All right, next up, let's continue going on that blue. And this is another piece that I love to start celebrating and talking about Earth Day. Boy, you know, they say April showers bring May flowers. And I know that there's so many different things that are going on in the world right now. But one thing that I did hear is that because of less pollution, we are seeing a large resurgence of both hummingbirds. I know the lovely Leanne who is on here, but I also know that there's also a lot of butterflies that are beginning to germinate, and then we're also seeing all kinds of different birds from every place too. So this is a gorgeous blue and green Juliana style butterfly brooch. This is a perfect piece to put on your favorite sweater like I have on today. This is a slight crisscross diamond pattern on it. So this one's actually actually really nice because it's very easy to be able to mix this one into the pattern of your clothes. But this is another one that's really great to layer up with other blue and green pieces. So if you love doing things that are sort of in a scatter pin style, or if you like being able to wear multiple pieces on a jean jacket, this is a perfect piece for you to be able to enjoy doing it. Also, if you like being able to build small little collections with each other, this piece also goes very nicely with the 1950s Austria brooch that we have as well, which is, this is the Made in Austria piece. And this one features the blue and the green stones, and this one is set in the dark metal finish. But as you can see, when I put these two up together, this is that very nice 1950s quality that you would see with a woman wearing several scattered pins on her favorite twin set sweater tucked into a little pleated skirt. And that's so relevant and easy to do today. It's one of these things that you can easily wear. And I always say over and over again, yes, thank you, Pam. These are really, really pretty pieces. One of the things that I always really love reminding people is that brooches are probably the most underutilized of all of the vintage rhinestone jewelry. And they're also the easiest to wear. You don't need a perfect size to fit them. It's not like a necklace length or a ring size, or even maybe that you like wearing lighter weight earrings because you have a thinner earlobe, or maybe you like wearing earrings that are clipped or preferred pierced. The brooch will never let you down. It literally goes with everything. And it's a great addition, and they come in so many beautiful, vibrant colors. Again, this week I was talking about, I had a workshop a few weeks ago about books, and one of them that I mentioned was the Swarovski book. You know, people like Swarovski, they did so many wonderful things providing materials for 50s and 60s designers. So you see this incredible array of gorgeous colors, and they are all cut with these unique, gorgeous cuts to them, and they really do sparkle. If these look that fantastic and they're over 75 years old, they're going to keep looking this fantastic with minimal wear and upkeep. So these are both really great pieces. And as I mentioned, they're also pieces that look really nice layered with other pieces. So up next, let's talk about another one of my favorites. So it's okay to be blue. You know, blue is actually a color that is very complementary on many different women, and it is very easy to wear. It is one of the most beautiful, vibrant colors that can easily be mixed with both neutrals and other complementary tones. There's a lot of really great adjacent color tones on the color wheel for the blue color blue. So as you can see, I have on an adjacent color in green, and blue and green is always one of those fantastic color combinations that go together. But traditional navy and yellow always hits it out of the park. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about mixing blue and black together, but blue and black together, when worn correctly, can actually be a very dynamic and outstanding look. One of my absolute favorite things to do is wear a pair of black satin pants with a pair of navy stilettos, and always receive lots of compliments on it when you add gold accessories. So blue and gold and black go together fantastic. Blue looks very rich and elegant with different shades of brown, and blue also plays very nicely with all the other colors on the color wheel. It's always nice to see blue and purple together too. So this brooch I really do love. This is a vintage Juliana. This one has got a combination of both closed and opened back stones, as you can see. This is set in an 18 karat gold plated finish, which is over that base metal. And this one features a combination of round prong set and marquee set style stones. This is another one of my fantastic ways that I love wearing brooches like this, because I love being able to put them right in the center of a neckline. It's great if you don't really enjoy wearing necklaces. This is one of my favorite tips. People always think that brooches either need to be off the side or that they're most frequently worn on coats, but this is a great one. The other thing is at BMM, we have several brooch extenders, and we also sell some gold collars. You can see how easy that is to just dress up the neck of your favorite sweater. And again, how perfect is this for Earth Day? Those blues and those greens just go together absolutely fantastic. Incredible quality, great workmanship, tons of sparkle, and easy to wear on your favorite jean jacket or dress up your favorite sweater. You'll receive tons of compliments whenever you wear this one. As long as I've got on the blue brooch, even though we've got some pieces that are in the rhodium plating, we do have some awesome blue earrings too. So this one features an oval style stone and has got some lighter blue in the center. This is a statement earring that goes from north to south. And this is another great piece, but this one also sits up a little bit higher on the ear. I'm getting that one with the spring. There we go. I was getting caught in my hair. So this one features the up and the down pattern. And as you can see, this one brings out the same vibrant blue that you see. That's the deeper blue that complements the lighter blue that you see in the brooch. But wait, there's more. We also have a lovely pair of earrings that are a vintage Karu. These also go very nicely with this brooch, even though they're in the rhodium plating. They still bring out the same shades of blue that you see in the brooch. And this one features an ear crawler style that has sort of a blue paisley swirl to it, and also has got the lighter blue and the darker blue in it as well. This one is a little bit more of a statement style earring. This one goes up the ear. So this one can be actually worn, as I pull my hair back from my clip earrings. This one can actually be worn directly right up on the ear, or if you've ever seen our model, she turns it to the side as well too. Ear cuffs and ear crawler earrings have been very popular. Another vintage brand that we carry frequently from time to time, and we see their pieces, are Erickson Beeman, but Erickson Beeman is actually still in business, and right now they are doing a resurgent with ear crawlers on their website also. So you can see blue brooch, blue earrings, different styles, different strokes for different folks, just like I say, but lots of beautiful sparkly treats that are easy to wear every day. This one has got more of a little bit of a drama look to it. This one is a little bit more of a stud style. Both can be daytime appropriate depending on how you wear it. Right now, girls, even if you're only going to the grocery store, it's time to dress up and look your best. How you put your time is really important to me. I want you all to look and feel your best regardless of the weather and regardless of the circumstances. That's the reason why we love being able to bring you pieces that you cannot find anywhere else. So I have these fantastic blue earrings, 2 different styles. Still absolutely loving this brooch. And also we have a pair of vintage unsigned Shriner that feature this very gorgeous translucent blue in this light emerald cut with the darker blue that goes with the blue as well. These are like the sea and the sky. They've got like a deeper blue of the ocean and they've got that lighter blue of the sky with them. This is also set in a rhodium plating. And this one has got just very dynamic, gorgeous shape to it. Really elegant, very dynamic, and really classic. Very easy to be able to wear. And again, you can see right behind me with our model, our mannequin in the back of us, that's Maxine. Maxine has got on a pair of tan pants, a blue clay blazer, and then she's got a top that's featuring with the orange and the blue in it. And see how easy, even though I have green on, you could definitely be able to wear that with those neutrals that you see right behind me. If earrings are not your thing, but we're talking about all kinds of blue pieces, we have an absolutely fantastic mid-century modern era rhinestone cuff that features these absolutely beautiful and unique kite-shaped rhinestones in both a light and a dark blue, and then they feature those prong tooth settings as well. We have been getting lots of requests for true statement jewelry, not just statement necklaces, statement earrings, bracelets too. I think a lot of people always think that it's really easy to be able to find the most comfortable piece of jewelry that you wear, but then really be able to find sort of a signature style piece. Someone said that they referred to this as the Wonder Woman cuff, and you are 100% right. You will feel fierce and fabulous when you put this on. Now, also, we've had a couple of people who have asked about the size of it. And so what I wanted to tell you is there's a couple different things. One, it's a hinged clamper. So it's a hinged clamper, which means it's really easy to get on and off. For those of you who like wearing bracelets that are a bit smaller, this one fits a small and a medium and a large size wrist best. But for those of you who remember the days where women pushed their bracelets up more cuff style and didn't wear the cuff right where the your wrist and your hand hits, this is one of those pieces that you can push it up on your wrist and have it stay in place. So it's another one that's really easy. I would love to see this worn with a pair of white jeans, a black shell, and then an open denim shirt. It would be just absolutely dynamic. It would be an incredible statement piece, and it would look good with all kinds of different shades of denim. So this one is a really fabulous piece. It's very collectible. It's in fantastic condition, and the coloring is just fabulous. And again, there's so many other pieces that you could put with it. You could put these earrings with it. You could put the ovals with the blue, and you could put the Karu ear climbers with them. So we're all about giving you all kinds of options tonight. All right. It has been so fun getting to celebrate Earth Day. I've also gotten to be on several panels, and I've gotten to have an opportunity. I really love being able to remind people that I think that when we think about Earth Day, we think a lot about reduce, reuse, recycle, recycling, all of those things, water consumption, so important. Don't forget that when you buy vintage, not only are you supporting a small business and buying something that is out of production, you are also doing something that is good and kind for the earth too. Shopping vintage is definitely a way to be able to be part of the sustainable fashion movement. So for those of you who are tuning in for fun, we are thrilled to have you here. For those of you who love shopping VMM, we love you from the bottom of our hearts. And for those of you who are just beginning to join us and become part of this journey, remember, we're here to support your style, and we're here to support the rest of the world too. So lots of fun things that we have going on at VMM. All right, up next, we also have a very nice vintage Juliana, very nice piece in a classic black with a rhodium finish on it. So I want to tell you a little story about related to collecting. Juliana was one of the first types of jewelry that I really collected and added to the Vintage Modern collection. And it was always a bit of a mystery, and it was a little bit hard to get my hands around first because, as many of you know, Juliana jewelry is not signed. So it is identified either by the craftsmanship or some specific puddling that is on the back. Juliana jewelry was made by the Deliza and Elster company. They also made designs and did things for other companies as well. And this brooch is a brooch that I will say is a more common style setting for Juliana, but I've never had it in the black and the silver. When I first started doing this, I've had this brooch in blue. I've had this one in shades of like citrine and smoky topaz. And I've had this one also in red. This is the first time I've had it in black, but every time I find it, I know it's a Juliana, and it's always a fun one, and it never sticks around for very long. Well, what can I say about black? Black goes with everything. So it's always a home run, and it's always a great choice. But we are coming into the spring and summer season, and many of us will be rotating and wearing more white as a neutral than we will be wearing black like we did in the fall and in the winter season. And I just wanted to remind people that black is actually a very dynamic color to even add to pops of color. Black looks really great with that mandarin orange. Black and yellow and white together always look very chic, and all of it even has a little bit of a preppy twist to it. If you think about it, wearing a pair of yellow pants and then a white t-shirt with a little black brooch on it, really, really great color and really great styling. Also, blacks with florals always look great with other classic jet jewelry. This is another nice one because it's not too big and it's not too small, and it's also set in the rhodium plating. So if you are somebody who likes to wear a classic pair of silver, white, gold, or platinum hoops every day, this is a fun one to be able to mix with your fine jewelry too. We also, though, have some pretty serious collectors that enjoy getting to wear different decades of jewelry and different eras. We have a lot of people who request pieces that are from the Art Deco, Georgian, 1920s, Edwardian style. Some of our pieces go back to the early 1900s, but I would say a majority of the requests that we get are from like the 1920s on up. And so, for example, we have this lovely pair of celluloid earrings, which, by the way, I'm absolutely in love with. So you see how fun it is is to mix something from the 1920s, 1930s era with a classic 1950s piece. Really easy to be able to see how you can mix jet with other pieces, and also be able to pull up on those different kinds of blacks and silvers that you might have. The celluloid earrings with this brooch, I think, are absolutely fantastic. You get kind of the same lines and the same feelings and the same curves that you see in the earring as you do in the brooch. And this is another fun one because these are a screw back. And so for those of you who don't enjoy wearing clip backs, I always remind people that don't say completely no to wearing the screw backs, because the screw backs, the nice thing about them is you can adjust the tension. Now, I do have pierced ears, but I actually developed a metal sensitivity to having earrings in my ear after I was pregnant with my son. So I actually only wear clip and screwback earrings now myself. And as you can see, this is a really nice one. And what I do like about this one is it's really lightweight. So for those of you who are interested in trying clip or screwback earrings, start with a screwback because you can always adjust the tension. And be sure when you look at our listings and when we're kind of giving you a rundown on why things are special, I always give it to you straight. These are really lightweight, so they're really easy to wear. But remember, black is chic. It goes with everything, so you can always wear it. And speaking of black, if you like the celluloid earrings that I have, this is not a signed piece. This is most likely probably an unsigned Weiss, or it's a vintage Austria piece. We've got this lovely brooch that is in the black with the rhodium, and then we also have this lovely piece which is in the white with the jet colored stones. Now, white is nice because it pops against everything. So this is the white brooch that we have with the jet crystals, and as you can see, this is another one that goes really nicely with those little earrings that I have on. And this one is fun too because the black and the white, again, it's a nice play on the two different neutrals, but the light and the dark colors. And so the black and the white really do go with everything. You can see I have this against the cream and I have this with the green on today, but I really like black and white with pink. So if you're a pink girl, if you love hot pink, putting the black and the white together, especially in this case where, you know, we so often think of the jet with the morning style jewelry, this is actually really fresh. It's fun, it's bright. It would also look good with a really nice bright yellow. Lots of things that you would be able to do. And then of course, don't forget, it's really easy to be able to put this one with your favorite jean jacket or your favorite spring jacket as well. For those of you who are in my private styling group, you see all the time that I wear these pieces with everything from J. Crew to Target to Haute Couture. It's just a matter of being able to mix it all together. But the most important thing that we want you to remember at Vintage Meet Modern is we want you to wear it. You know, I started this business and I went on this passion and I've worked with personal styling clients for such a long time because it's really about helping you find pieces that you're going to be able to wear and enjoy every day. So every piece that we ever put into the Vintage Meet Modern collection has to pass the test of something that you would actually get to enjoy and wear and receive compliments on and enjoy wearing it and mixing and matching it with your fine jewelry, your other costume jewelry, your other vintage jewelry, and most importantly, what you're actually wearing. So, and I know most of us are dressing casually these days, but that doesn't mean that you can't still accessorize. Okay. So I talked a little bit about the black piece and I talked about the white piece that we had. We also have got another fun pair of earrings that are super lightweight, which are these little lace cut earrings that are vintage West Germany. Again, like these sweet little pieces with the carved celluloid, these are very lightweight, so lightweight that you can't even feel them. They're like little flowers of air, and they're just a nice, fun, retro 1950s era earring. They do have this very delicate, dainty lace to them, but what's fun about them is we frequently see the earrings that are from this era, and they are more in pastel colors. This one's nice because it's got that nice, bold, bright, crisp white with the black too. And it also, of course, has that little hint of sparkle that's right in the center. So these are a really great, very easy pair of earrings to be able to wear with all of the brooches that I see. But it does have the little addition of the little rhinestones that are in the center of it. So for example, if you wear a little diamond solitaire pendant every day, you can definitely be able to mix and match this with other rhinestone jewelry. Also, if you're another classic designer person, if you like to layer up and wear David Yurman cable bangles, if you like wearing pieces from John Hardy, you can definitely be able to mix the fun and the funky with more of your contemporary designers as well. It's just kind of a nice, fun play. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to tell people is, and I'm getting a lot of requests of this, like in my personal styling box, is, Veronica, what do I wear when I have to be on all of these Zoom calls? And I always remind people that, okay, right now when you are having to do a lot more video conferencing, now really is the time to be able to wear a brooch, a pair of statement earrings, or a classic necklace. You don't want to have so much going on that it's distracting, but at the same time, you want to have enough of something on to still be able to accentuate your personal style, but also to hold people's interest with your eyes. And they're naturally going to be attracted to the jewelry that you put on when they do see you on camera. So now is actually a really great time that if you are wearing the same solid color top every time you go on, if you are joining meetings online or virtually and you're wearing the same sweater, it might be fun to go ahead and really stretch your creativity and start either going through your jewelry box or treat yourself to a few fun finds. Thank you, Margaret. These earrings are really great and they're really lightweight. That's what I love about them. I think a lot of people, they think to myself, oh, clip earrings, they're so heavy. Not all of them. These are so light that you wouldn't even be able to see if they weighed anything if you put them on the postal scale I have. So these are super fun. They're really easy. I like that they go with the classic and the black and the white. But speaking of the classic and the black and the white, you can even wear this with a really, really white pair of pearls. So we've got two awesome pearl necklaces this week, and they're both very higher end classic pearls. They're longer lengths. This is the vintage Kisaka strand, which is a Japanese pearl company. And this one you can wear doubled up. And I like this one again because this one is an easy one to be able to thread a brooch through. So for those of you who like being able to wear brooches as pendants, you can definitely be able to attach a brooch to this pearl necklace and get that very high-end couture look that I like to help women. You can also be able to put the white against it also and have the white go with the pearls. This is a very bright white pearl. So if you're looking for a white pearl that's different than the traditional ivory, you can see the difference when I'm putting this up to me. This has got that creamy ivory color, and this has a white luminescent, very similar to a white moon glow. But these are both high quality pearls. These are all hand knotted in between each pearl within the millimeters, and these are also a glass pearl and not a lucite. So when you hold them, they do naturally weigh more, and they also feel cold to the touch. So these are great pieces, lots of different ways that you would be able to wear them. Great quality, both of them, and both very reasonably priced. Much more reasonably priced than the synthetic pearls that you can even find at Nordstrom now. A lot of our clients do get pearls from Nordstrom's, but many of them actually then buy the vintage ones because they say the quality is just that much better. So I love these earrings. I love the pearls. I think there's tons of fun things that you can be able to do with them. And I'm going to talk now a little bit about some of the fun red pieces that we have too. So we've got a very sweet pair of red, a very nice, bright, vibrant red, and Aurora Borealis earring. This is a nice little fan style statement earring. And I like this one because it's got that little bright pop of red, which is always a great one if you like to wear a classic red lipstick. But it's also a great one that, as you can see, red and green are super fun combinations together. And I would love to show you how this little red and green sweetie looks so sweet with this little red rhinestone and green rhinestone brooch that we have from Warner. So this one is a very deep red set in a japanned metalled finish. So that's a black enameled finish over a base metal. Warner did a lot of fruit and both animal inspired jewelry in the 50s. They did really sweet pieces like little cats, strawberries, little groups of cherries, and these are always really fun. We get a lot of requests for these, especially people who live in areas of country where they're really proud for that. Like, for example, we always sell cherries very much to the Traverse City area. We've got a lot of women from the Michigan area, and they buy them because it's such a sweet part of their home and their life. We also have a judge who judges the Traverse City Cherry Festival pageant every year, and she wears cherry jewelry from us too. So, but they're also just really sweet. They remind us of that retro, kitschy feeling that we love from the 1950s. Again, many women adorned their favorite sweaters or their favorite cardigans with these types of looks. I love the bright red. I think it's really fun and playful. And you see a lot of designers do revival style pieces anyways. So, you know, Kate Spade has played with little cherry designs. Frances Valentine has too. It's not something uncommon. If you enjoy shopping over at Unique, Vintage, or ModCloth, you know that some of those really fun novelty prints are the ones that have the cherries and the fruits and those types of things also. The brooch is a nice way to be able to add that sweet little novelty style without having to have the entire pattern on if you don't want it. These are another great pieces in both this vibrant red and then the red with the green and the Warner, again, to mix with your classic black and white. So if you like wearing just little white twin sets, if you are a little white t-shirt person, these are super fun because they're not too big and they're not too small. So you can either pin them on your favorite jean jacket or you can be able to pin them on your favorite sweater. One more bonus of this one being a little bit of a smaller piece. If you like being able to put pieces on a collar, this piece is just the right size to do it. So if you wear white cotton blouses with just a little white collar and everything, this is a very sweet piece to be able to pin to your collar. And the fact that it's got that red with the black, it really pops and shows up. So again, that's another little styling tip, especially for some of you who see those smaller brooches and you think to yourself, well, wouldn't it just get lost on my sweater? Well, there's a couple different ways. The important thing to remember is that placement is everything. So it's very easy to be able to do that. Secondly, there are more than one ways in order to be able to wear a brooch. We don't always have to wear it off to the side. And the third of which is there's some fun places to pin it besides just on your lapel or in the center. You can go ahead and actually do it on the collar of a shirt. These also look very sweet, like I said, clustered together with other pieces. And you can always find other complementary pieces like the red earrings that I have to go with them. Thank you. I'm having so much fun getting to be with all of you tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to see that we've got so many new friends that have been joining us from all over. Now, for those of you who started the evening off earlier, you know that I was very excited to be able to show you that really nice Florenza piece that we have with the blue and the green. Many of the pieces that we have tonight have very traditional elements of 1950s, 1960s rhinestone styling. But what I do love is that we do have a really great earring here that has more of that revival styling to it. And it's got the jade green with that very deep antique gold tone and just a hint of an amethyst at the bottom. So we're showing lots of sparkle. But for those of you who like more of a classic piece, this has got more of a classic styling to it. It's another great one that if you wear a simple gold chain necklace every day, maybe you wear a simple gold bracelet, nice to be able to have an earring that has just a nice pop of color, but still subtle sophistication that is very easy to put on. It also looks pretty fantastic with emerald green, and you can definitely be able to mix this one with other shades of gold. So for those of you who like those high-end couture looks, like I do, such a big fan of Chanel and Karl Lagerfeld, this is a great one to be able to put with your classic gold jewelry. So here we have a nice St. John Couture brooch. We've got the elegant gold outline of this, and this looks just so lovely with this little tassel brooch. So we're pulling up on all of those elegant statement styles, that ornate adornment that you would see with things that had more of the traditional castings to it. So we're seeing a lot of things as I talk the rest of the evening about the prong set, but let's not forget about those additions to those designs that had that formal affair that we love, that had the structured design to it. And so these pieces are always the one that I say, if you crave the structure, you're going to get it from this. So this fantastic brooch is another one of my favorites. It does have a little bit of a trembler style to it. You can see the little tassels move a little bit. Looks great with other classic pieces. And this is another fun one to be able to layer up. So again, for those of you who love getting those high-end design styles, I'm a huge fan of picking any kind of brooch that you can also mix with pearls. So this is the St. John Couture with the little tassels on it. I've got the Renaissance Revival earrings with the jade and the amethyst on it. And then I'm going to pair this, because I like the gold to have the undertone, with the vintage pearl necklace that we have with the glass pearls. And this is something that I am either going to go ahead and either wear as a knot, so that I can go ahead and I can give it a little bit more structure, or I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wear it doubled. But this is a really easy piece to be able to mix and match with what you might already have in your jewelry box. But this is also a really easy piece to be able to pull together with other pieces for a nice look. The gold brooch is, of course, going to go with everything. So it's another really super fun piece that we have in this week's collection. And the earrings are just fantastic. When we talk about the vintage workmanship and the vintage craftsmanship, they are really fantastic because the weight and the balance is very different than even the earrings that we buy today. Also, the materials are just awesome. You know, the heavy gold plating, again, when I say over and over again, yeah, I mean, the earrings, they're really easy. I mean, many of you know, and those of you who don't know, I mean, I do have 3 children. I have a 7-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, and I have a 16-year-old. And I change my look very frequently, from going daytime to evening and going from meetings, PTA things, to everything going from professional women's events to being able to just pop earrings on and off. It's another one of those things where, like I said, we're getting lots of questions from our styling clients about them wanting to either pause their wardrobes and their rentals. We're getting things where people who are saying, well, maybe I shouldn't be buying different things. So I'm always reminding people, the jewelry and the accessories, that's another great constant. That's something that you can always be able to change the look of what you already have, or you can invest in higher quality pieces and have those last longer, and then just change the look of those pieces over and over again with great jewelry. Best part about the jewelry at Vintage Meet Modern is that everything we have here is one of a kind. So if you pick it, it's going to be unique to you. So, oh yes, Michelle says that she had to snap up that Florenza brooch. Well, you are going to love that Florenza brooch, because I know that you really like those antique silver tones and that you like the rhodium plating in the antique silver tone. So you will really enjoy that one, because you'll have a lot of different ways to be able to play with it. It'll be a lot of fun, I promise. So we've got these gorgeous green earrings, and we have also got another gorgeous green necklace. So this one is a crystal necklace that features a faceted green in both an emerald color and then a lighter green. So this has got variations of shades of green. And this one also has got a green clasp on it. And this one's a nice longer length. And what I do like about this one is it's got these unique oxidized settings that have more rhinestones that are set with them. They're little cones. Let me go ahead and see if we can take a look at these a little bit closer on the website, because you need to be able to see the green beads that are there that have the little stations that are in between. And I do like these greens. And if we're going to take a closer look at it here on the VMM site, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about when I talk about these little rondelles that are in between each one. So here we have, and you can see that we've got these little sweet little green that is on here. Oh, I went right to my shopping cart. Maybe someone else has got it in theirs. That happens here at VMM. It happens pretty quickly sometimes. So this has got the green, and it's got these little stations that are in between it. You can get the up close. And I think what's really fun about that is that it does have that darker finish to it, but also it's got a little bit more interest than your typical long single strand crystal necklace. It's also a great one to be able to wear with the green earrings that I have on. And you can wear classic emerald colors as well too. So this is the emerald ring that features the diamantes on the side in that classic emerald cut setting. And so you can see the way you can be able to pull multiple shades of greens together. Another thing though that I really do like about the particular piece that I have on is I've got a very earthy green on today. We do have a blog post up there someplace about how easy it is to be able to wear shades of green, because green is a natural color. And in addition to be a color that we naturally see in nature, there are many different shades of green too. The spectrum is very wide between cool and warm tones, and you'd be surprised how easy it is to actually mix the cooler and the warm tones together, as well as the more vibrant colors and then the more paler tones of it too. So I have on this mossy green sweater on today, but I've got this necklace that has more of the emerald and true green with it, but we can also put the classic emerald with it with the ring too. So lots of different pieces, lots of different ways. If you're a green girl, we talked all kinds of blues. I don't want you to think that I don't have the greens in mind as well. So we have got this great ring, which has got the emerald cut with the diamantes in it. As you can see, very elegant 1980s cocktail ring. We have got this lovely long beaded station necklace. The little stations actually remind me of like Venetian glass or even those classic Art Deco net pieces that we see in the 20s and the 30s era. No, we've got lots of women on here who watch both Downton Abbey and Miss Fisher's Murders. I know that these are styles that would be totally appropriate back then, even though this is a 50s piece. And we also have got these gorgeous green. So, and yes, Michelle just said she loves wearing green and pink. And that's another really fresh, springy, classic color combination that always looks good. Lots and lots of fun pieces. All right, one more green before we talk about our classic Art Deco and rhinestone pieces. So I showed you, of course, the gorgeous earrings. I showed you, of course, the beautiful ring. Now I'm showing you a beautiful bracelet. So I do really like this piece because this one features these little emerald cut or square princess style emerald green rhinestones, and they are set in this very lovely leaf motif. So as you can see, this has got a gold leaf motif. This is an unsigned piece, but it does remind me of the quality and the workmanship that you would have saw in a vintage Trifari piece from the 1950s and 60s. I like this one because it obviously goes with all of the green pieces that we've showed you. So if you like wearing a pair of green earrings with a green bracelet, this does have the accent of the diamante pieces with it, so you can easily be able to mix this with other classic rhinestone pieces or classic diamond jewelry that you have. It also has the classic gold tone to it as well. So we have got lots of gorgeous pieces in that green tone. Yes, thank you, Jack. I'm very excited to have you all join me tonight. And I hope everybody's relaxing. You know, one of the best parts that we have had this week is there have been so many great comments in our private Facebook group and online this week about women getting to be able to come together to celebrate the joy of jewelry, but not just the joy of jewelry, just being able to celebrate and be able to be part of the community too. We're always striving for that. We love when people talk to each other when we're here for Jewelry Party Wednesday, because one, the perfect piece always goes to the perfect person. We always say that. But two, in addition to the perfect piece always going to the perfect person, so many people have got so many happy memories related to jewelry that whether it's your jam with this decade or there's something that reminds you of either a favorite movie or an aunt or a special person, we always hear such lovely stories about people who connect to even just seeing the jewelry, about how it makes them feel. And we always say that the world needs more than that, more of that. So it's super fun to come together to be able to have you take a look at all of the awesome pieces that we have. And of course, I want to inspire you to wear them too. That was one of my chic tips. Don't be afraid to put different pieces together and to wear things from different ways, because you'll have a lot of fun doing it and you'll really, really enjoy it. So we've got a really great, classy and elegant bracelet. We also have another one of those little teeny tiny little scatter pins. This is the vintage Coro little rose pin. This little sweetie is signed very small on the back. So tiny that I had to go ahead and take my loop to it to see. But this one features a little trinity of little green crystals, a little faux pearl inside of the rose. And this is another one that if you are new to wearing vintage jewelry, if you like gifting vintage jewelry, if you like being able to wear different pieces, this one is a nice little small petite one. So if you also like wearing thinner gauge sweaters, if you like wearing thinner twin sets, this is a perfect one because it's lightweight, so it's going to hold whatever material you put with it. Also doesn't have a super long piece that goes along with it. So it's great to be able to wear these because they don't pull the fabric in any kinds of different directions. But this is another one that's really great to mix with classic pearl jewelry. So I've already spoken a little bit about the white pearls, but we have a classic strand of glass pearls that are in the ivory shade. These are over 50 inches long, so they're going along the ways of that sauté length. This is a great one to be able to wear actually tripled up. So I do like the long pearls, and you can easily be able to mix this petite little scattered pin. This is a nice signed piece from Coro. Coro is another one that's a nice fallback. Lots of people enjoy collecting Coro because of the collectability, the name, the commitment to quality. And for those of you who did join me for my vintage jewelry workshop, if you picked up any of those books, you'll see that in costume jewelry, you got to get in the workshop. There are just pages and pages and pages about all of the different Coro designs that there have been. And in addition to all the different designs from Coro, they were so ahead of their times with filing for so many patents. So they're a great company to study, and they're a great company to collect. And I always tell people who are new to collecting, try to pick up a couple pieces of Coro because you'll really have an appreciation for the workmanship. Thank you, Yam. Yes, we have got some awesome pearl pieces. Okay, so I can't say enough about a great pair of pearls, especially a long one. There's a lot of different things that you can be able to do with them. So the first of which is, you know my trick. I love being able to wear things at 20 inches long. Frequently, I take pieces like this and I double them, so you actually get 4 strands out of it, and I connect a black satin ribbon to both sides, and then I tie it in the back so that I can adjust it how I want. This one is also long enough to be able to wear very comfortably doubled. So for those of you who like being able to wear things doubled, this one is also very comfortably and very easily worn tripled. So those of you who like those little triple strand necklaces, or you like to have something that will very chunkily fill your neck so that you can attach a brooch to it, this one is a great piece. Also, again, big fan of the higher quality pieces because you can just feel the difference as soon as you put them on against your skin. These feel cool. They have a nice luminescent glow. There is no wear to the knacker, and they are all hand knotted in between. So you can really, truly be able to enjoy all of them, and you can be able to wear them a lot of different ways. Now, next up, the other thing is, this is a really nice one for those of you who want to get that Art Deco quality and that you love when you see women who have pearls knotted, which, by the way, does not go out of style. So if you like being able to wear a classic piece, you can always go ahead and give this a knot. The last thing that I always remind people of, that when you buy a nice higher quality pearl necklace that is long, this is also one that you can very easily make lariat style. And of course, the lariat style is really easy because you can do it like this and then adjust the length. But also, I like to remind people that instead of doubling and tripling things, when you do things as a lariat style, when you adjust it to where you want, it's another place where it makes it really easy to slip a brooch through and wear this more like a pendant style. So feel really good about investing in the higher quality long glass pearls because they never really go out of style. I mean, Chanel herself said a woman needs ropes and ropes of pearls. And so if you look at her and you studied her both as a fashion icon as well as the contribution that she has made to the fashion world, you will always see pearls every season. So it's just something you can truly enjoy, and you can really, really make the most of it. Speaking of pearls, though, let's have some fun. Let's do something a little flirty. The cha-cha style earring is obviously one of those iconic 1950s styles. We like anything that has a little bit of a shake to it. And these feature a champagne pearl with some little rhinestone beads. And yes, they got just the right amount of movement. So this is a nice classic earring, and what's fun about it is it has the addition of the rhinestones that go along with it. So when you've got the addition of the rhinestones going along with it, you can, of course, wear other classic 1950s, 1960s rhinestone jewelry. So we have got a fantastic Y-style 1950s piece. Again, this one is a nice one because you can either go really dramatic and you can wear this with a plunging neck and really make a statement, or you can wear this a little bit off to the side like I have it, or it is nice because it has Y that lies right around your 18-inch mark. So if you like wearing a higher neck or a square necked across, this is going to fill it, but it's also going to give you that simple enhancement of being able to have something create that Y style. So if you're a chestier girl like me, it's going to accentuate your positive. If you're very straight, it is also going to give you that nice linear style too. And you can see how easy this is to be able to mix a little bit of rhinestones with a little bit more rhinestones. So really easy to be able to do classic rhinestone jewelry with these fun earrings. Nice, easy. I know, I love that rhinestone. I think it looks so good. I do. Well, there's lots of jewelry. There's always lots of jewelry to go around. Thank you, Pam. We do our best. I bet you it would look pretty fantastic on you too. It's just one of those kind of magical pieces that when you put it on, you really do feel like a 1950s goddess. All right. Next up, speaking of other classic rhinestone pieces, everyone needs to take a moment to just appreciate how fantastic this piece is. This one is just an absolutely standout, amazing piece. I just want to take a moment to be able to separate this so you can truly be able to appreciate it. These are links that have been made out of rhinestones. This is the gorgeous vintage Vendome bracelet we have. Now, if you know anything about vintage costume jewelry, Vendome was a very high-end, very collectible line that was sold at many fine department stores in the 1950s and 1960s. And this one is an absolutely fantastic example of some of the unique designs that these companies made that were really outstanding. So this one is a great one. I like this one because it has got some warmer undertones with cooler undertones as I tilt my head so you can see the way that the pearl earrings go with the rhinestones. And this one features a gray and a smoke, and also features an amber colored rhinestone. And this one also has got some rhodium plating and has also got some aurora borealis that have been mixed in it too. This one goes all the way around the wrist. So it's infinity style, and it features a push-in box clasp. And it is just an absolutely dynamic, special, one-of-a-kind just piece. And for all the pieces that I've had from Vendome in the past, I have never had anyone that's been like this. I've certainly never had a bracelet that all of the links have been made out of crystal the way that this one is. So for those of you who are looking for that va-va-va-voom, you got it right here. And I love that you can be able to pull off the classic rhinestone pieces while wearing a piece like this at the same time. This is such a beautiful piece. And I have this on with just a sweater and then the pearl with the cha-cha earrings. And for those of you who really like something that's really outstanding, the Gatsby bracelet that is from Signer is just absolutely fantastic. So for those of you who have seen those advertisements going around with the auctions for Christie's, now is your chance to have a fabulous piece of Art Deco styling jewelry without the $50,000 or $100,000 price tag. So this one has got the emerald cut stones with the Gatsby style links. It is from Signer. Signer, as you might know, is the oldest costume designer jewelry company in the country that is still in business, 127 plus years, and all of their pieces are handmade from start to finish, including the casts in New York City. So this is a piece of American craftsmanship. It is just an absolutely gorgeous piece. It features those emerald cut rhinestones with that Gatsby style with the pave set in the paste setting, and this piece is rhodium plated over a base metal, and it is signed. And if I am very careful here, not because you need to be super careful with the bracelet, but because I can have butterfingers as soon as everybody's watching me on camera. This is the bracelet, and as you can see, I did get it on by myself. With minimal effort. This is not a doorman bracelet, as they say. We joke about that here at Vintage Meet Modern. This is not a doorman bracelet. You don't have to have a doorman help you put this on your way out the door. You can definitely do this one by yourself. And this one just has an absolutely fantastic sparkling link to it. And of course goes so pretty with the other classic rhinestone pieces. And we do have a few classic gorgeous rhinestone pieces like these little spray earrings. This is another fabulous pair of this is another really fabulous pair of classic Art Deco styling with the statement earrings. This is an ear crawler that goes up the ear. And for those of you who like being able to wear your hair up, Let's just do that in like a classic little twist or a little bun right away. These sort of remind me of like a little firecracker, but for those of you who like Hollywood bombshells, this has got a very Lana Turner feeling to it. Just a really Jane Mansfield, just a really great classic statement earring with lots of sparkle and panache, but it still has got such nice drama and nice lines and styling that, like I said, you're seeing a lot of designers even now, like Elizabeth Cole, Erickson Beeman, lots of people doing ear crawlers. So these classic beauties never go out of style. And part of the nice part, again, about the vintage ones is the quality is so nice that once you put these on, you don't have to struggle with them. I mean, they're very comfortable, very easy to wear. And even at Vintage Meet Modern, we do sell comfort clip earring pads. So if you're not used to wearing clip earrings, there are these little memory foams that we have that are, I call them the Dr. Scholl's for your clip earrings. And we also have got some little memory foams that actually can clip to both sides of the earrings. So for me, for example, when I am wearing a clip earring, I might feel it more on the front than I do on the back. So I put the pads on the front so that it's sitting a little bit away from my ear, because the backs never bother me. The front might be that, but that's, I think, because of my own ear sensitivity related to the fact that I don't even have my own metals in. So we've got this incredible Gatsby bracelet, these gorgeous spray style earrings. I'm going to chat with you for just a minute. We've got a couple more pieces and then we'll say goodnight. And for those of you who are new here, which I do see we have a lot of new friends, be sure to head on over to Vintage Meet Modern, check out our blog, ask questions. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. You know, for many of you do know we are all about spoiling you, because don't you deserve to be spoiled? I know I do. So we've got a round pinwheel brooch, and this one also features the classic diamante styling that you see here, and it features a smoky amber topaz colored stone, and it's a round medallion or pinwheel style. The clip earring pads are amazing. I'm so glad I bought them. I know, for $5, they're a real lifesaver, aren't they? I mean, they really are. And I love that company too. I mean, it's an American-made company. They're very easy to wear. The Lairs pieces really make a very big difference. And for those of you who have not invested in some clip earring pads and have drawers full of clip earrings, do yourself a favor. Treat yourself to a pair of them. They make a huge difference. The same thing is to be said for the brooch converters. Not everybody is a huge fan of them, but they just need a tiny bit of tweaking. If you get some little French earring clips, like those little round grippers, many times they're actually sold on the back of earrings just to hold the earrings on the card. If you slip the brooch extenders through that and then you use those to hold them in place, it'll hold the brooch converter in place too, so you can easily wear it as a pendant. So we're talking about this lovely medallion style brooch, and I'm bringing back that gorgeous Vendome bracelet because you can see it's got that smoky amber tone in it too. Very nice play on colors and stylings here. Actually, I did see that we have got some lovely ladies who are on here who are also redheads. This is a very striking color combination for the lovely Megan and for the lovely Leanne, who have got our deep auburn tones. This has just got such nice warmth and elegance to it, and can also be worn with the classic diamante and other diamond pieces as well too. I'm always a huge fan, again, of the medallion style brooches because you can wear them right in the center. So if you don't like wearing pendants or necklaces, I personally do not. I prefer not to have things hanging around my neck. You can think about the fact that I have a 7-year-old son, so he hung around my neck enough. So I love his cuddles, but he's over 55 pounds now. So I wear more brooches than I wear necklaces. And actually, speaking to you, those of you who are tagging friends and whatnot, for those of you who do have little children, part of the reason why I always wore clip earrings was because if my son knocked my earrings off, I was never afraid of having anything happen to my lobe. So for those of you who are maybe looking to help your friends or your girlfriends, you know, they've got little kids and everything, that's also another huge, very successful trick, is that if you have several outfits on rotation in terms of styling, it is always easy to be able to change your look and really give you that more polished, sophisticated edge that you probably miss by adding some really, truly dynamic jewelry. And it only takes a couple really great pieces to be able to mix and match over and over again, and you really will receive endless compliments. Though I see a lot of women who are on here that we cannot thank you enough for your support. We adore you. We're so grateful that you're part of our community. And we love seeing that you love jewelry as much as we do. It's been so fun. Side note, if you aren't in the group, you got to join us because it's the April is for Accessories Challenge. So people have been sharing all kinds of photos of themselves wearing all kinds of different jewelry and all kinds of different accessories too, and talking all about how that they changed their look using accessories. So it's super fun. And we're going to enter everybody in the drawing for a $50 gift card to VMM at the end, but you got to be in the group. All right, I think we have a couple of rings, and I didn't even talk about these, but as long as I've got the other rhodium plates on. Speaking of screwbacks, we've got a lovely pair of jet with crystal. These are great. I know that earlier in the evening, we talked about a few of the pieces with the jet that we had. So for those of you who are jet collectors, these go really nice. This also goes with jet beads, very nice. And this also goes with morning style jewelry too, if you like those black pieces as well. So lots of different ways to be able to wear that one. We've got some fun rings for those of you who love your cocktail rings. When I first started out with Vintage Meet Modern and we moved to a standalone website, rings were our #1 seller. Brooches are our #1 seller now too. So rings, we always have a very nice collection of them, but everything is unique. We've got a huge rhinestone ring that features a yellow diamond style in a paved setting. And this is a nice big dome ring. Very elegant cocktail style ring that also has got a very nice rhodium plating to it. So like I said, for those of you who love those rhodium plated pieces with those classic diamante stylings, this is another really easy ring to be able to wear with those pieces. Layering on up, we've also got this very deep olive green. Greens have been very popular here this evening. This ring looks like it's black, but it also has a very deep green undertone. You can just take a look at it there. I'm not flicking anybody off. I'm just showing off the ring. This one has got a large, huge faceted oval. It's a very deep green color, and it's set in a pave setting. This one is another really fun one. Anytime we can get those north-south settings, lots of women always go crazy for them because they make your fingers look longer. So if you're like me and you have really, really short fingers and very tiny nails, these are always very elegant and very attention getting. And many people like wearing rings because you can see them. So when you're typing away at your computer or you're working on things like that and stuff, we always say that rings are for you because you can look down at your hands and you can enjoy them. So rings are always popular here. Next up, we also have got a cocktail ring that features the hematite rhinestones with a huge faceted crystal oval. This one is definitely for a bling queen. This one is a really, really fun one, a nice high kapow ring style, and also goes so nicely with all of those classic rhinestone pieces. So you can just see all that glitz and glam and sparkle that we've got between the Gatsby bracelet, the big ring, and we've also have got some nicer, classic, more styling ones. We've got this one in this beautiful, deeper blue tone. This is not a true sapphire, and it's a warmer toned blue. This one's another great one to be able to put with a lot of those blue pieces that we showed you at the very beginning of the evening. And we also have got the fire and ice ring. So this one, it features a deep citrined color, and it is being hugged by some branch of flames. It's called fire and ice because it's got those warm and those cool colors together. So it's another really just gorgeous, unique, huge cocktail ring. So be sure to head on over to Vintage Meet Modern and take a closer look at that one. I can't wait to see what you're gonna all pick. So it has been so fun. We've had so many incredible people. I'm so excited that we have so many people, that we have so many new people. Megan, Pam, Michelle, Ram, Jack, Ann, Caitlin, Kathy, Roseanne, just so many people and so many new people. I'm so excited to see so many of you join us for the first time. Leanne Flowers, of course, the tech, and she is the executive everything over at the website. She has been here dropping links so that you can easily find them here in the comments, but you can always click the link above in order to be able to shop too. So we're getting here to come on down and wind down for the end of the evening. I want to thank you all for joining me. Heard some great comments from all of you. And remember, that's what we're here for. We love being able to chat with you, and we also take your feedback very seriously. It has been a labor of love being able to continue to bring Vintage Meet Modern to so many women around the world. It is such a joy to be able to put the collection together, but more than anything, it is the joy of jewelry. It is getting to be able to spend time with each other each week. It is being able to have you look and feel your best by dressing in details. And I always love reminding people that the jewelry always fits. It fits you today, it fits you tomorrow, and it fits you forever. And what's really nice is we've been talking a lot about legacy preservation and sustainability. And remember, not only does this great, incredible style live on with you, it also lives on in the rest of the world. So as always, I want you to look and feel your best every day. And so remember, take time to celebrate your inner sparkle so you can truly let your personal style shine. The world is a more beautiful place with you in it. And no matter the weather, no matter the storm, we need more of you in it. So everything that you've seen tonight here is part of our 50s and 60s collection that has been featured over on the website. I would love it very much if you would head on over there and take a look at what we have. And hopefully you'll find a few things that you might want to add to your jewelry box too. So everyone have an absolutely fantastic night. And from all of us at Vintage Meet Modern, we will see you again real soon.